Hello everyone. We are going to present our project, and it's called Jholany, Prototype, a Social Franchise Model. I'm going firstly to present our company. It's called F4D, Franchise for Development, and our mission, well, it has the objective to tackle societal problems while doing business. And our mission statement is to improve life standards of disadvantaged communities, applying social franchise models that empower local entrepreneurs, connecting to company CSR programs. Today we are going to present one of the projects that our company will offer. The project is called Jholany, FYL. So, the key issues that FYL, our project, aims to address are poverty, malnutrition, and low education levels. According to Multidimensional Poverty Index 2010, estimated for 78% of the world's population, 32% suffers from multidimensional poverty. Multidimensional poverty is taking into account different variables such as education, living standards, health, to calculate the poverty index. Global initiatives as the Millennium Development Goals also relate improvements on education, on health, on hunger with countries' development index. And these improvements cannot occur without improvements on nutrition. Also, FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization of the United States, stresses that eating well, it's good for, it's not, well, it's good, but sorry. It's vital for having a healthy and active life. But many people do not eat well because of poverty or because of lack of nutritional education. So nutritional education is a key for developing the skills and motivation needed to parents and children to eat well. Another fact is that in developing countries, poverty goes to generation from generation, and providing nutritional education doesn't solve the problem on its own. So a key fact to solve the problem is focus on empowering individuals by providing them entrepreneurial opportunities. Another factor is that the problems need to be solved in local focus and considering specific contexts. That therefore we consider the Latin America context. Briefly, some data that is favorable to our decision. Latin America, it's a relatively rich region. 120 million Latin Americans out of 550 live on less than $2 a day, and entrepreneurial initiative on Latin America has a high rate of success. So, as I said, these two factors are very favorable for the implementation of our project solution.
What is our solution? What are we proposing? We are proposing Jholany. Jholany is a social franchise model that helps poor people to develop, becoming entrepreneurs, and providing a service or facility to a certain community. How do we operate? FYL partners with certain companies that have or intend to introduce CSR strategies and provide them with the FYL methodology and the manuals containing information to train possible entrepreneurs for them to provide a nutritional food and education to the target community. FYL has a lot of beneficiaries along the way and has a special relations with them. For example, the entrepreneur. For the entrepreneur, FYL is a significant chance to develop and become professionals. The entrepreneur that acquires a franchise will not only become sufficient in terms of money and work, but will also empower a community, will improve the community where the service is implemented. At the same time, this community will gain leaders with successful business enterprises. This also will create among fellow citizens an environment of progress. FYL is trying to transform this person into change agents for society. Nowadays, as we all know, setting responsible business is really difficult and sets a differentiation value. We believe FYL strengthens the CSR programs of certain companies. As a CSR program with FYL implemented will guarantee a standardized solution, an effective standardized solution to tackle the social problems and needs targeted at the beginning of the implementation. At the same time, FYL is really excellent because it's a vehicle to inform communities and to tackle malnutrition. When the business is implemented, these entrepreneurs are not only providing a service, they are providing food with nutritional facts and nutritional and health brochures containing interesting facts that will lead to the community to impact on their behavior, to impact on their education. They will learn about easy ways to have a good nutrition. This will impact on the community and will make these people select healthier food for the families. What happens? This business has the opportunity then to buy the product. So this will lead not only to the business success, but also generate more entrepreneurs, more change agents. After doing a serious analysis of different countries in Latin America, such as Dominican Republic and Venezuela, we come up with the conclusion that the best place to implement FYL, the prototype, is Colombia. But really, why? Colombia is the fourth largest economy in Latin America, but at the same time, there's a lot of inequalities and unequal distribution of wealth. 46% of Colombians lived under the poverty line. But what makes Colombia unique to develop this project is that it exists an excellent business opportunity environment, and it is good for FYL. Moreover, why are we making this prototype in Cali, city of Colombia? Cali is in a strategic location because it's located near around big companies, and at the same time, 90% of Cali's populations believe in entrepreneurial activities. They believe it's important to develop within the city these activities. But on the other hand, 33% of Cali's populations live in poverty. This makes FYL an excellent, make the city an excellent place to implement FYL. While developing our project, we come up with 3 areas of impact, 3 targets that are the most important in our project. These targets are the companies that can be our clients, our FYL clients, the possible entrepreneur that the franchise need, and the ultimate beneficiary, who is the community. In order for you to have a visual perception of these targets, we come up with real examples of each of one. In national and multinational companies, we have Grupo Nutresa and Unilever. These companies are both companies with CSR strategies. Their members are committed with CSR, and they are consolidated in the market, and that's really important. For the entrepreneur, this is our possible entrepreneur. She's Ora Plaza. She's a member of our community in Cali, Colombia. She's 44 years old, and she's a mother. And she is kind of a community leader because she has been involved in all the community's activities. And when FYL crew presented her the project, he said that this was really important for her community, and she has always wanted to be part of a project like this, so she supported the project. And last but not least, the community. This is Daniel Lopez. He's going to consume our products, our FYL, the entrepreneur's products. He is 13 years old, and he's the 4th out of 5 children, and basically his mother buys the cheapest products in the market because they don't have any money and not necessarily with the nutritional content they need.
Well, now I bring you our operational structure. In order to have success, our model needs to build a stakeholder engagement and to create new partnerships with our stakeholders. So we have divided our stakeholders into internal direct stakeholders and indirect stakeholders. The creation of partnership with these indirect stakeholders will bring an advantage for the entrepreneur and his business, for the expansion of his business. So, for example, the creation of partnership with suppliers will help the entrepreneur into the supply chain. Why? Because it will easier the flow of the supply chain and also will bring cost benefits. Now, to start with our operational phases, we have brought you here our prototype with Unilever. Unilever, the customization of field begins with the deep analysis of the company and to look for its the opportunities there are to add value to the social franchise. So we became with these raw materials that in this case is maizena that we can make with those the products. The products are buñuelos and milkshakes that are a common snack in Cali, Colombia. And we can make these products in a healthier way and create a value to the social franchise offering healthy food. After having our products, we are going to customize our manual that with these products. And this manual, it's the main thing of a franchise. Why? Because it will bring the standardization and also the excellence to the model. So it has to be customized and written in a very comprehensible way, so any person can use it and understand it. We are going to use in our manuals a lot of graphics and examples, so we can easier the job for the entrepreneur. After having this, we get to the structure of our social franchise, and in our case with Unilever, we have created Enterprises Car. This will be the vehicle that will the entrepreneur will use as to deliver his business. So it's always going to have whatever the entrepreneur will need to deliver the business, and also it's important to have the identification and image of the company. After having the customization of the new franchise, we get to the legal agreements. These legal agreements will have the commitment between all three parties. And for example, the commitment between Phil and the company will be that Phil will act as master franchisor and as a consultant. For what? To create the CSR program for the company. And what is the commitment for the company? The company will commit to the other two parties to support the entrepreneur and to support the financial and the supply, and act as supply partner for the entrepreneur. After having all these agreements signed, we get to how we came up, or how we create the entrepreneur. We enroll the entrepreneur in what we call the induction training course. This course will give the entrepreneur all the skills that he will need through his business to deliver the excellence social franchise. So we give all the training to the entrepreneur, and we establish the social franchise. After this, is the work of the FYL to monitor visits. These monitor visits will be based in two things: auditing and certification. Certification that the manual is being complied by the entrepreneur. And if it's not complied, the entrepreneur will be enrolled in a retraining course. This retraining course is going to assure us that at the end of the 3-year contract, the entrepreneur will be able to be independent in his business. Sorry.
Now continuing with the marketing plan, it is important to say that we did a market research and a competitors analysis which provided us with the information needed to identify what are the aspects.
No. Thank you.
That the market analysis provide us all the information needed to identify what are the aspects that make FYL a strong product in the Colombian market. So these aspects which are included in the SWOT analysis are economic sustainability, originality, human capital, operational effectiveness, and market trends. Regarding the market trends, we have to say that 67% of the Colombian companies have CSR programs, activities, or strategies that are focused mainly on addressing poverty, hunger, and malnutrition. Additionally, we come with a huge market to cover because we have 20 million people living in poverty and we have 7 million people living in extreme poverty. So based on that information, we established 3 objectives for a 3-year marketing plan. The first one is, by the end of the first year of operations, be recognized by our potential clients and CSR community as an option for CSR investment. The second one is make incursion in the Colombian market, selling the social franchise to 9 companies by the 3rd year of operations. And the third one is implement FYL model in at least 3 cities in Colombia by the 3rd year of operations. Based on that objectives, we developed the marketing mix for the FYL model, and regarding the product, FYL will be presented as an augmented product which consists in offering a lot of added value for the companies and for the entrepreneurs and all the stakeholders. Regarding the price chart for FYL is going to be initially set lower than the competitor's price in order to gain market share, and then the price will be increased. Regarding the place, the mechanisms that we are going to use to deliver our product to the clients are going to be focused mainly on marketing one-to-one. We are going to use intermediaries such as partners and alliances. We are going to use also internet tools and personal contacts. Regarding the promotion part, we are going to focus on e-marketing. We are going to participate in CSR events. We are going to do advertisement in specialized CSR magazines, and we are going to do also free press, among other activities. Now, talking about the financial parts, it is important to say that the company owner of FYL was created with an investment of $100,000 that was provided by the funders. This amount of money was considered in order to cover partially the 1st year of operation of the companies. Then, where the incomes come from. We have 3 main sources of incomes that are the sales of FYL model, the operational management of the social franchise for the company, and the operational management of the social franchise for the entrepreneur. So regarding that information, in taking into account the sales objective that we had in the marketing plan, the expected profit for the 1st year are $11,800, for the 2nd year are $57,000, and for the 3rd year, $44,700. So regarding the social impact, we want to highlight the following ones. The increasing the family's incomes of the entrepreneurs, because this is going to provide them the opportunity to access to more services and to cover their basic needs, and in this way they're going to improve the quality of life. We have also nutritional education, because it helps people, especially youth, children, and families in general, to know what they are eating and the best way to eat it. Regarding nutrition impacts, we are going to have healthier children and youth, because they are going to consume healthy food, and it means also that FYL is going to have an impact in the nutritional standard of youth and children. We have to talk also about capacity building, because FYL model facilitates training processes to make people, in this case entrepreneurs, more independent and more capable to face challenges in real life. We have to talk also about private sector engagement, because through FYL implementation, the private sector and the companies in general has the opportunity to improve their performance and to create shared value for their communities they are working on and for the company itself. It is also important to talk about the profitability of the model, because FYL is a model that generates profits by doing social business. So now to conclude, we want to share with you this statement from Muhammad Yunus. We have created a society that doesn't allow opportunities to those peoples to take care of themselves because we have denied them those opportunities. And regarding that, we really believe that FYL is an effective solution to break the cycle and to make society understand the value of the inclusiveness. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, FYL group. I think the presentation was excellent. I mean, the proposal, I think, is very robust. I mean, you covered everything to great depth, and I don't think you've left anything untouched. So I think it's a very good, very comprehensive plan, very detailed, and quite impressive. So well done, you. Congratulations on the presentation as well. That the four of you, have done pretty well, and you've worked on it, and we can tell. So congratulations on that too. I guess my question is the basic premise about kind of nutrition and healthy food. How do you think your scheme is gonna even try to stop the tsunami of unhealthy fast food proposed by big multinationals? And I guess the kind of cultural element aspects for many people buying into lifestyle, and maybe they're gonna equate progress and being more having more availability, or being kind of to a greater level. Sorry, I cannot find the word, but getting buying into lifestyle. That means we have more disposable income now, so we can afford to go to McDonald's, as opposed to, okay, I've got more income now, I'm gonna go buy food that is, I know it's it's healthier for me, and so on. How do you think you're gonna be able to try to avoid that trend, and probably stand up to the offering of both culturally and promoted by big multinationals? And I guess the buñuelo thing, I don't know how buñuelos are nutritional or healthy in any way, but that's a detail, yeah.
So that I want to say regarding this is that the buñuelos and the milkshakes that we called merengadas, it is like a kind of fast food in Colombia. And so in relation with what you're saying, it is like a kind of fast food. And our location for the FYL cars is not going to be near to the big franchises like McDonald's or something like that. It's going to be near scholar zones, and that scholar zones are the people who are there doesn't have like the incomes that are needed to go to McDonald's. So they can buy this kind of food, and they are going to have a nutritional food for a lower price than in the common in the regular day or in the regular franchises.
I wanted to add to that this is a prototype, and it's implemented in a community. Because of the amount of time, we didn't have time to put, for example, the nutritional facts, but we come up with a recipe for this kind of buñuelos that is going to be included in the manual for the entrepreneur, that is containing the exact amount of nutritional ingredients that these children will need. And because it's located in near school areas, these children, after the analysis, these children all eat buñuelos and milkshakes. So it's just making them better and making them understand why it is important to have this nutrition. Because, for example, the brochures are containing information that will attract them to read it and to understand what's implementation of having a good nutrition.
And also, it is important to say that these kind of snacks are included in the regular diet of the kids of that community. So we are using a product that is not very different from the regular meals that they eat. We are using a product that have that is like legitimate in the community and is very popular. And what Laura was saying about the nutritional fact for the buñuelos, according to the age, from more or less from 8 to 16 years, we can contribute with the 20% or more of the minimum dietary energy consumption for the students. So I think that it is a considerable support for the nutritional health of the children.
Well, I don't know if the answer is already been covered, but our model feels FYL model, in this case FYL, because franchise for development, we are going to have many models. This is just one, covering food, nutrition. And in this case, we're aiming to change the community's behavior. And the model is based on that. We're trying to change community behavior through educational facts. We're going to give them the nutritional facts and also the brochures and the information. That's one thing. And the other one that my parents didn't say is that the preparation that the information that we give in the manual, it says that the buñuelos, we changed the recipe of the buñuelos, and we created a buñuelo made not frying, but as an iron, yes. And as an iron, and so that's covered in the structure of the cart. So we covered that, thinking of creating a healthy food cart. So.
I thought that was really great. I'd just like to ask you one question, and that is the pre-selection process for these social entrepreneurs. How are you going to make that equitable and accessible?
So let's let Sofía say something.
Yeah. It's fine. You hear? We didn't go too deep on that question, but the selection of the entrepreneurs is going to be done by us, by the company. And so it's going to be our responsibility, and
we're going to have the support also of the company. We are trying to involve the company in everything that we do, so it becomes a real CSR program. So the departments of human resources of the company will be involved with FYL in selecting the entrepreneurs and giving the opportunity to everybody. So, I'm sorry.
And we add, as I was explaining, the targets part, we have come up with a criteria to select these people. For example, Aura Plaza, the lady I presented her, she has certain specific characteristics that make her become, because of the transcendency of her work within the community. So we have set a criteria, main points that it's included in the main document that leads to this possible entrepreneur.
But mostly, just to finish, by contacting, it's going to be a field work, I think, in the end, and by contacting leaders, community leaders that will point us some other people that might fit on the profile that we are looking for those entrepreneurs.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Very well done to you.